Are you launching a new product and you are wondering if you should invest in a big launch, an event where you would invite journalists and influencers? This is what we're talking about in this episode. Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service? Or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening, and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to the 204th episode of the Nata PR School podcast. Public relations and product launches, because we do that a lot at the agency. So hello, PR friends. I hope you're having a great time and you're spending some, amazing summertime with your best friends and your family. We're talking about here a subject that's really at the core of all that we are doing, product launches. So at Nata Agency, at Nata PR, we are very, very serious about, the money our clients invest and where, and sometimes I feel very uncomfortable selling something when my clients wants to, organize a huge event. This is what they want, and it's a big anniversary, so they want to spend money in an event. And when I know that they that they will get the same results without investing so much money in an event, I say no, really. And I've lost clients because of that, you should know. So one of our major topics over the past year at the agency has been this question. Is a launch event relevant for our clients? Should we do that? Should we invest money, time in an event? Why spend thousands of dollars on a physical event that will cost our clients, so much money when we can achieve the same objectives with a reduced budget? Do you see where I'm going with this? Well, I love to tell my clients an event is like a wedding. It will consume a lot of your time, yours and, a wedding also time, your guests. You're asking them to attend your event. It's going to monopolize financial resources and emotions, of course. As you can imagine, a wedding costs sometimes thousands of dollars. When you add up, the cost of the venue, catering, the photographer, the music, it might be a DJ, an orchestra, not to mention, of course, the bride's gown and the groom's attire. So it adds up very quickly, can become extremely expensive. So yes, we can draw a parallel between the cost of wedding and a product launch event. Because for a product launch event, you need a venue, catering, decor, photographer, etc. So depending on how many people you invite, where you want to hold your event, you see where it goes, really adds up really quickly. So would you believe me if I told you that you can gain the same media coverage and, having your product talked about with influencers without an expensive event that consumes a significant portion of your time and budget? Well, you should believe me. Because yes, it's possible to achieve the same results without an event. But please understand here that I'm not against events. Of course not. Quite the opposite, actually. But there are cases where an event makes more sense. It would be more appropriate to invest time and money in an event. For example, you're launching a new jet ski. It makes sense to organize an event where people would come and be able to try it, for example. But when it comes to beauty products, food, makeup, or any products that can easily be sent to media and influencers by mail courier, if it can be easily sent to them, there's not always a need for a lavish event. No. And at Nata PR agency, we have really created and developed over time a highly effective virtual presentation. We have our winning formula to replace physical events. We do. I won't reveal, of course, all of our tricks here. Of course not. But I'm already giving you a lot of information. But our results are extremely impressive because when we do virtual events, we have over 60% more participants, more journalists and influencers compared to when we do something in person. And at a fraction of the cost of a physical event. Really. So, if the new young agency, that shines and bright, and you find them like so cool, and you ask them, what should you do? And they right away tell you, well, we should do a 5-star restaurant event with influencers. Ask yourself before to say yes. You can be very, excited by this because, of course, it's fun to organize an event in a 5-star restaurant, of course, or a Michelin star restaurant and invite people there. But can the visibility you're looking for be achieved without an expensive event? Or ask them if they have other solution for you, other proposal. What if an event is not possible? What would they do? And one of our new clients chose to work with us exactly for that reason, because their previous agency had suggested working with a well-known influencer who would act, as the ambassador for the event. I'm sure, they had to pay that influencer quite a bit of money. And this influencer was asked, of course, to present the product in a nice venue, stunning venue, etc. And listen to this. Less than 5 journalists, influencers showed up to that event. I think it was 2 or 3. In contrast, if you compare for a similar event we just did for that brand, in a virtual mode, we had 19 top-tier journalists connected. So if you go from 3 to 19, you see where I'm going. So yes, of course, in some cases, physical events make sense, but let's consider whether we can maximize our efforts and resources differently. You might know, I don't know where you live in the world, but if you live in a big city, and we're post-pandemic when you listen to this, good chances are that many top journalists, influencers have decided to move out of downtown, move out of the big centers to live a quieter life, a better life, a different life, simply. And you would have to pay them a lot of money for them to come downtown. So that's exactly what's happening still now. People, they work from home and sometimes far away. So why would they come to your event? So be aware of that. And of course, if you're interested to learn more about our formula, our events, reach out. My email is right there, so it's very easy to find me on our website if you want, nata@natapr.com, but that's my email, nata@natapr.com. And check out our links below and sign up for our list so you don't miss anything. And more than anything, of course, I hope you'll be listening to this podcast next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.